Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Kahaloim Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. Shalom to the true and sincere Akhman that's out here preaching, teaching, and living this truth in truth and sincerity. And you Akhwats that's out there that's listening and also doing your duty as an Israelite woman. This is the brother Tazayar coming from Great Millstone, Indiana Camp in Gary. Alright, here to come with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And the lesson that I'm going to go into today is pertaining to the elect and how Abraham prayed for his nephew Lot, which we're all basically under the prayer of Abraham. You know, that prayer that Abraham did is the same thing that Yahweh Shah did for us, man. Yahweh Ratazah, we be of the elect that's listening, all right, and that's doing this work. That I be of the elect, but you know, the Lord is the same thing. The Lord sacrificed Himself for us, well, for the children of Israel, so they can be delivered. And Abraham prayed for it, man. It's going into what happened in Egypt when the death angels came to destroy the firstborn of Egypt, you know, and things of that's pertaining to that matter. All right. So without further ado, let's just hop into the spirit, man. This is Genesis chapter 18, verse 20. And Yahweh said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is coming to me, and if not, I will know. Alright? So that's what's pertaining to now, man. At this very moment, you know, we are in the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. We are in the modern day Babylon. We are in the modern day Nineveh. We are in the modern day ancient kingdoms that was destroyed, you know, off the face of the earth due to their wickedness, man. We are that modern day, but this kingdom is much more worse than the past, the ancient kingdoms that got destroyed. All right, we're in the Great Babylon. All right, this is the mystery kingdom that the scriptures were speaking of. This is the Great Babylon. All right, where, you know, a 12-year-old can decide its gender, whether or not if it want to be a boy or it want to be a girl. But it's illegal for you to smoke and drink from the ages of 18 and 21. All right, so this place is a place of confusion, man. And the scriptures tells you that Esau's sins has risen up to the heavens, man. All right, so now the judgments are starting to come down, which is what the coronavirus, the bird flu, and the famines. You know, people are starving everywhere, man. The wars that's going on, all right, and the earthquakes, the diver, man, everything is going on. These things that's happening now is only the beginning, all right, of the sorrows pertaining to Matthew the 24th chapter. All right, continue reading. Verse 22. And the men turned their faces from thence and went towards Sodom. But Abraham stood yet before Yahweh. And Abraham drew near and said, wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? It says, he said, peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? And, you know, he knew the answer to this. Why? Because, you know, the Lord had destroyed the earth before, man. He flooded the earth with water. And Noah and the 7 family members that he had, because it was 8 of them all together, they all survived it. All right? Because he gave Noah the word to build the ark and to, you know, to teach the word, to let people know that, hey, the Lord is coming down with great wrath. And the other people didn't want to listen. So the Lord has done this before, where he's spared 8 people that was righteous, right, that was doing his will at the time, and then flooded and killed the rest of the people, man. All right, for as the scripture says, many are called, but few are chosen. And that goes for the elect men and women. All right, the 1/3. Okay, the 144,000, which is in the 1/3 of Israel. Okay, continually reading, it says, verse 25, that be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? Which, hey, Yahweh Shai can't do no wrong, man. Alright? Yahweh is good, man. And he's just. So, of course, he was listening to Abraham's prayer and was like, of course I'm going to do right. You know? And he loved Abraham. So he was already listening to Abraham off the strength that he knew what Abraham was asking for. He was asking that he save his nephew, man. Continually reading. Verse 26. And Yahweh said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. And Abraham answered and said, behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes, right? Because he was, you know, letting it be known, like, hey, I know I'm not anyone to be, asking you of so many questions. Because what the scripture says, man, when you are in the presence of great men, make your words very few. You know what I'm saying? Speak with few words, man. You don't supposed to speak so much in the presence of great men. All right. A little hospitality tip for the younger Akim that may be listening, and you are around great men, just gotta listen. Verse 28, peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all the city for lack of 5? And he said, if I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it. And he spake unto him yet again and said, peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he kept on bargaining with the Lord, like kept getting them down, just dropping the number down, because he knew his nephew was there, man. And not only that, but Lot was righteous. Lot was a righteous man. Hey, through the spirit, us in Great Millstone, we believe that Lot came back as an Israelite, man, because the scriptures said that he was a righteous man. And that's the only reason Lot was able to be delivered, because Abraham prayed for him. But not only did Abraham pray for him, but Lot was a righteous man. I'm going to find that as well in the scriptures. And he said unto him, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak, peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, behold now, I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet. But this once, peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. And Yahweh went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. So basically, Abraham was praying for what? He's praying that Lot be delivered, man. And that's exactly what happened. The angels, they walked over to Lot, man. Lot was found at the gate, and he humbled himself before the angels, and he brought them into his crib, man, and started communing with them. And the people that was there, they started being fucking wicked, man. They started trying to rape the angels. Alright? Lot was so righteous that he was willing to sacrifice his untouched daughter to the people that was thirsting after sex from the angels, man. You gotta understand, that's not an easy thing to do. That's a tough position to be put in, man. Your untouched daughter. You understand? Us men of the Lord know we love our children, man. So imagine your untouched daughter, and he was willing to sacrifice her for the sake of the angels that was there, man, because he didn't want them to do such an abominable thing unto the creations of the Lord, man. But yeah, back to that point that I said I was gonna find. The reason why Lot got delivered. 2 Peter 2:4. For if the power spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, which that's talking about Israel. And these chains of darknesses that we're in are these bodies, man. All right, these bodies that's subject to the flesh of the world, to the world, man. These bodies that sins and goes off, that does things that it has no business doing. Paul even was speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? He was speaking on how he do the things that he ought not do. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to do them. It's just that the flesh is one in one with sin, man. Verse 5. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. Yeah, and going to that word ensample, a sign suggestive of anything, delineation of a thing, representation, figure, copy, an example. There you go, an example, man. All right, go down some more. It says, for a warning of a thing to be shunned. So we're living in the times where, the things that was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah ain't nothing compared to what's going on right now, man. It's nothing that's compared to what's going on right now, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, man. That's why the Lord got to come back and get this place over with, man. Destroy this place off the face of the earth, man. All right. Verse 7. And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. So Lot, it says what? For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. See, because Lot was a man of the Lord, man. Lot was a man of the law. Lot was a man unlike his uncle, man, which was Abraham. Lot was a righteous man. That's the reason why Abraham prayed for him, man, because he was like, man, that's a righteous man. I don't want to see my nephew destroyed. And he prayed for Lot, man. He prayed that Lot got delivered, man. Him being a righteous man himself. Verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations. Because that's what happens when you first wake up into this truth. You know what I'm saying? You start monitoring yourself, man. You start trying to fashion yourself into the ways of the Heavenly Father. Alright? So that you won't be disappointing him and letting him down. And two, you might be right in the midst of finna go do some sin. And the Lord will make it to where some get in your way or some will stop you, man. He'll keep you from it, man. He opened the door so you can escape from the temptation that's at hand, man. He always give you a way out. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations, and to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished. And that's what's gonna happen, man. Hey, if Lot was a wicked ass man, he would have never got delivered by the prayer of Abraham, man. Because the deal was, if there be such and such people that are righteous, will you deliver? Will you not destroy the city for them? So if Lot was an unjust man, if Lot was a wicked man, he would have been destroyed right along with the city, man. And Yahweh Shai does everything in just and balance, man. He is a just power, man. And Abraham wouldn't have been able to say nothing about it. Okay? This is but it's pertaining to what? It's pertaining to Revelations chapter 7 and let me start at 1. Matter of fact, it's us. I'm gonna start at this one first. Ezekiel 9 and 4, man. It says, the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sign that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And what is this word? Tawah. This is the mark of exemption from the Lord, man. Alright? This is the mark. This is the mark that's a representation of the lamb on the doorposts when the death angels came in. That's the same representation. That's that same mark, man. It says, a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So the Lord is going to be a just power in that day, man. All of the righteous this time is going to be delivered from the ways of the wicked. All right? The wicked ain't going to have the righteous suffer again anymore, man. The prayer that Abraham gave unto Lot is applying right now until this day, man. The Lord is a just power, man. He's going to have his works done in justice, man. It says what? Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Alright? Now let's go back to Revelations, chapter 7, verse 1. And it reads, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. And then, man, that's the reason why, a lot of men is bugged the hell out. That has nothing to do with it being a flat earth. Just, FYI, for anybody that's listening. The earth is not flat, all right? The earth is round. It's just talking about the coasts. You got your north, you got your south, you got your east, you got your west, man. That's it, that's all. All right? It says, the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. And then what the winds are is destruction, man. Let's see if it goes into that. And it says, wind, a violent agitation and stream of air, a very strong tempest wind, the 4 principal or cardinal winds, henceforth the 4 corners of heaven. So, it told you, what I'm saying, a violent agitation and stream of air, a very strong tempest wind. And that wind is going to be the thermonuclear missiles that's going to come and destroy this place, man. Holding the winds back, man. All the other nations that's ready to shoot them missiles, they ain't going to be able to get them missiles all the way off until the men of the Lord is marked, man. See, because this is what it says. It says, of the earth holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. See, because that's what that mark is. It's the seal, man. A seal placed upon books, a signet ring, the encryption or impression made by a seal. So every man of the Lord is going to have that seal on him, man. Alright? The signet of the Lord, man. Hey, not to touch that, man. The name of the power in Christ stamped upon their foreheads. That's what they say, But nevertheless, though, it's going to be a mark, a seal. A seal that all the angels that's coming to destroy this place would know not to cause them any harm. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. Right, man. And that's going back into what? Those who sighed and that cried, man. The same as Lot, man, who was vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked. They vexed his righteous soul day in and day out, man. Hey, you know you a man of the Lord when you tired of being in a place like this, man. When you wake up and you say, man, I can't wait for the Lord to come and destroy this place, man. Because that's a sign of you being fucking vexed, man. But yeah, that was just the point that I was making, man. We under that same prayer, man. We under that same grace, man. The righteous is gonna be delivered, man. Peradventure, you know, as Abraham was saying, man. Peradventure of such and such number is righteous, man. The righteous is gonna be delivered, but he's still gonna destroy this place, man. All right, this place is gonna be a monument, forever smoking, that to remind the world, not to cross the Lord again. But with that, man, I just want to give all praise, glory, worship, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, who are the true rulers and leaders of Israel today. And I pray this was a edifying lesson into the elect, man. To keep faith, to hold on, man. Hey, our father Abraham prayed for us. He prayed for us way back then, man. All right. So with that, man, I want to say shalom, and until next time.